Alright, let's do a quick little test of what it would look like if I actually wanted to broadcast. Trying to get this thing powered up and running from memory. So let's go to single mission and then pop over to the test sandbox. There will be no tutorials over there. We'll slip into fly mission. And as you can see, really freaking dark. That's the back of the ship. We're not going there. We want to go to the front. We want to go over here to where the buttons are. Get in the cockpit. Man. Get in the cockpit. Don't be afraid. Crouch down. Slide on up there. It's just a big space. Alright? Just a big space right up here. Nothing weird about this. Nothing at all. Oh, well, except maybe that chair. And the fact that we seem to be in a pitch black. Turn off the floodlighting, turn that on. Pull down the chair. Oh yeah, that's gotta grip us tight, don't it? Let's get some batteries going. You know what I mean? I feel like I need a battery. Let's get 2 batteries going. And, well, that was wrong. And the primary power system. Pulling off the batteries. Oh yeah, that's gonna make a lot of noise. Let's just cut that. Alright. As you can see, nothing on bus 2. Well, something wants stuff from bus 2. Nothing on main. So, since the power from the station only brings up bus 1, right? As you see, power from the station's got that covered. Bus 2 needs some stuff. We'll throw buses over into balanced, and that'll be good. Now, sadly, these are fuel cells. Fuel cells are not instantaneously good for us, so we'll just kick it off and let it be warming up. Alright? As those warm up, let's get ourselves a good situation over here. Let's turn on the comms, and XMIT was already enabled. Let's tell the dock we're here. This is 884806 checking in. And they come back with something smart-ass, like, this is control, we have you checked in, over. Now, we're gonna start up something that will make our lives much easier. We're going to get the low-energy nuclear reactor started. But before we do any of that, I think we ought to probably get all our reactives powered up. These are the tanks that just pump fuel around for various systems. Some of it is xenon or argon, some of it's hydrogen for the cells. Everything there seems to be okay, thank God. These are coming up into warm enough, so we will kick on their fuel source and their reactives, and they will need us to do that to cell 1, 2. So they should slowly come up. Battery's looking good. Alright, now, thermal control. Ship gets hot inside. But speaking of hot, I suppose it's fair that when we talk about the heads-up displays, we probably want to have some displays. So what we'll do, we'll turn on the lights. And when I say the lights, I mean the bright lights. Big city. Back there is the station that we're connected to. And up here is all the joy and navigational wonderment that, oh, well, helps if we also turn the navigation system on so we can see where we're at. Like around this planet right here. Or this set of planets as it may be. This will come up in a minute. So let's look here. System bus 2 overloaded still because we don't have enough power going. How are we doing over here? Oh, this looks like it's ready to go. Let's call out space traffic and request departure clearance. We're gonna be like, yeah, we're ready for that action. Where are you guys? They want to know before we kick in our low-energy nuclear reactor. And I probably would too. not gonna lie, I'd probably want to know. All we gotta do is hit one button. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tell them we are ready for LENR ignition. Requesting LENR ignition. Alright, we need to give it a fuel source, of course. We are cleared to initiate LENR. Alright, fuel is flowing into the LENR system, and that's not the button we want. That one is. Now that drives this, the high voltage bus. This is where the true power of the system lies. So since that's coming online, let's go to main bus, bring it up. Notice the available power there is increasing and the decreasing load. Fantastic. We'll just even cut maintenance power off entirely because we don't need it. We've got more than enough power to run this whole system. But now we got a problem. It's starting to get a little warm. So let's pre-pressurize a couple of these. We have two loops, one on top and one on bottom. Pump one is on top. Let's get some pressure in that. As you can see, that's kind of a big deal. Alright, that's pumping up. Let's get two a-rockin'. Don't come a-knockin'. 1 and 2 are both set to loop pressurize and begin absorbing heat from the system and carrying it out so we don't boil ourselves to death. There's one more step for this, and to show you that, I have to step outside. Ah, yeah. This is the outside of the ship. You can see we're kind of currently on the dark side of the planet and not looking as cool as we could. These orange things on the back are radiators. Now, to get full radiant cooling from them, they need to be deployed. You'll notice they are not deployed currently, but 2 could be. So, there it is. That'll at least give us a little half deployment, for which I am thankful. Keep that thermal down. That's the only thing off we got there is battery meter system recharge. That needs to be set to recharge, and that battery needs to be set to recharge. Won't take but a second. That first panel is clear. The cells are up in case we lose power from anything else. Comms are working, nav is working, LENR is working. Now for the exciting part, activating the main engine sequence. Alright, flicking the main power isn't scary. Now it's this part right here, where we select a fuel source, right? Then we pick a fuel cutoff. And then we turn on injector enable. And that is about enough to get us to navigate with all nozzles on reactive power only. Cold gas. We'll just pump cold gas right out the feeders that we got, and that will turn it into a situation where we will be able to leave the area of the dock. Cool. Everybody feel educated? I feel educated. MTS, which is the main thrust system, says it's deflector engaged. That's technically not true, but it'll work out. And the magnetic level is low because we cannot use plasma within 200 meters of a space station. Got all these weird rules. But we are ready to start rolling out. And we're telling them we're ready to roll out. I'm going to the comm system. They're going to give us communications references. It'll take them a second or two to go through. And the departure frequencies, yeah. They're going to give us the frequency for the station. And then they're going to give us the frequency for for the collar. 2, collar 3, and I want to set that. And then channel 4. Oh, you heard something. 202 for that ring, which we don't really need, but alright. Umbilical's disconnected. Stand by for release. I'm going to put on the power to hold our position just in case. See how we've got tons of invalid data. I'm just going to roll this backwards. Now, when I do this, see, I will very slowly begin accelerating away from the station. I'm holding down the thrust, actually. You probably can't even see it. It is so faint. Alright, with that out of the way, we can go to System 1 and Radiator Deploy, which lets us do that. Alright, so we are out of the station. We are moving ahead. We are checking our lights. Only one light remains, the mag level, which we can't do anything about for quite a distance. Now normally if you were coming in to dock with this thing, this is the kind of messy display you'd see. But we don't need this, actually, because we are not going there for a docking. We are going for navigation. So yeah, it's a little bit better, and we still are closer than I would like, but we will be out there soon. So let's activate the superconductor, which brings up the EM shield level. Oh yeah, you're starting to feel it. Alright, we're beyond limiter range, or able to navigate. Now this is where the beautiful sounds of space come in. We'll wait till he gets up in there, and then we'll start up the Helicon coupler. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And then finish it off. Thrust injector, and hold on to your dangly bits. This is where it could explode horribly. Oh, that boom and slam is the sound of us igniting 9 million degree power. Alright, so here we are on the dark side of a planet with a radiator out. Full run of everything except, you know, kind of a crappy set of weapon systems. No lights on the board, either way, which is fantastic. All this stuff is set up to rock and roll. So set up to light. External floodlight. I sometimes like to turn that on. Yeah, we'll give them the little warning beacon, and you know what? If only anti-G lock worked. If alright. So here we are on the back side of this big goddamn system. Big goddamn planet that's 800 and something kilometers down. Now, I don't want to scare you, but we can go to other places and find other things. Like, for instance, we wanted to find out what's close around here. And we do, because it's kind of a pain to go someplace that's not close. Let's go to this place. Set that as our destination. Now we got a problem with that. This is the FLUX drive. FLUX drive really needs to be enabled and charged before we can actually use that good old high power, driving it like we stole it sort of moment. So that's locked in. You'll notice that when we get up here and open the XFIR panel for that, we can choose how to accelerate. A constant G burn, which is exactly what we could do with that, or the MTS burn, the main engine burn, which has pretty good kick, uses a lot more fuel, and isn't allowed in the burn. In theory, we could also set ourselves for an orbital injection or an orbital flyby, but it always ends up being an orbital injection right now, so yeah. What we're doing is just waiting for this good old fella to build up enough thrust, build up enough power, more accurately, for us to go on our jaunty way. We've pretty much got all the stuff that we could have there. Let's look at displays. It's gonna... We do have navigation mode on. These will come in quite handy depending on where you're trying to fly to or from. Oh, not as handy as you might like. I'd like to set my destination to this guy here. Then you set destination, and then you pull up the XFIR panel, and we're not really ready to fly at anything like full power. I try to get around 70. Yeah, you see how well the trying to get it to 70 works. Ah, screw it. Here's where we're gonna get a little full force. Why not? Come on. Accumulate that charge. Nope. Yeah, it's being slow about charging. What we'll do is, since we've got a target, do we need to commit to this? I guess we do. We need to commit button on here. And since we've got a target, set this to target. We want to go normal intercept. We'll have the computer throw the ship around, hopefully in the proper trajectory. That will let us break out of orbit at full speed and go play dangerous games of intersection with these guys. That green cross is what we are trying to zoom in on. Now, I could pilot this thing to it by myself and probably get it faster there than the computer. In fact, I probably can get it way faster than the computer at this point. Or at least close enough not to matter. Alright, so that is the course we have to plot to come out at our calculated thrust point with said outer planet. That one there. And it doesn't look like we're picking up much charge at all for reasons I cannot adequately determine. Everybody's got power. Everybody's got lots of power. You only have one engine. Why are you not accumulating charge? Let's see. It's things like this that make you really hesitant to be a demonstrator for online games. All right, let's see if I can roll the ship until we can see something interesting come up over the side. Oh, of course I can. It's dark as hell. Alright, fine. I know on the comm system there is 45. Let's see. Here. 45 to 301. Alright. Set that audio. Channel audio. We should have some tunes coming out of that. Oh, I knew there's one radio station around here somewhere. Really, guys? Really? Seriously, it's just a little... Yes, this is the weapons panel. Nothing about it actually works right. You can turn on weapons enable, and arm them all, enable them all, weapon 1 and weapon 2. And go down here and say, yeah, weapon 1 is that 700mm AP round. Got it balanced. Look at it from outside, shall we? Pretty aggressive. No guarantees that it'll be effective. Let's, yeah, just turn it on. Serves capacitors. Every once in a while, something breaks and you don't know why. That's how you get into a situation you don't want to well, slapped into a hard deck. Note to self, do not let anyone pilot while taking large doses of Ambien. I think I'm going to take that as an opportunity to sign off and be less embarrassing some of the time, but I'm pretty sure I want to upload this as a token from me to you to show that you will only get real gameplay here and none of that fake crap with garbage all over your screen and most largest donator who may or may not exist. I may have just made him up to make you feel bad about donating. None of that shit's gonna happen on here. Nothing. If you want to give us money, we're happy to take it. You want to not give us money, well, we'll look askance at you, but we'll still be happy. So I'll say goodbye from the cockpit of the Fire Ark, full of the delicious turkey that living on Earth can provide. Adieu, adieu, parting in such sweet. Yeah, pretend there was something cool there, and I said it.